Hey, what's happening, fam? This is the boxing bell. Combo for the day is jab cross, left hook high, right hook to the body. Jab cross, left hook high, right hook to the body, just like that. Now let's get into the fights over the weekend and the amazing card that we had on pay-per-view. It was so dope. All right, so first off, give it up to the up-and-coming fighter, Joey Spencer. He had a great fight and ended up getting a KO stoppage, remaining undefeated. From there, we had Josecito Lopez and Molina, which was a great fight. Lopez coming off the great fight with Keith Thurman, where he had him stumbling and hurt in the later rounds, but he ended up losing that fight. He showed up Saturday night. It was a great fight. He took out Molina, showed some great skill, and he said he's ready for some of the top welterweights in the division, to test himself. And I think he deserves it after that fight. He showed some great heart and looked good in there. Then we had the Benavidez and Darrell, which was a great fight. Benavidez, he cut Darrell, I think in the 5th or 6th round, and then from there got the stoppage in the 9th round. It was a good fight. I would have liked to seen if Darrell wasn't cut where it would have went from there, but it was a great fight. Then Benavidez, he's calling out Caleb Plant, which would be a great fight, hopefully coming next year, it'd probably be next year. And so that would be a great fight to unify the belts. He won, Benavidez won back his WBC belt. So that was a great fight. Then we had the main event. Errol Spence Jr. versus Shawn Porter. It was a great fight. It was a dog fight, man. They were in there banging. So it was a great fight. Errol Spence was coming to that body. He hit him like 113 body shots. Porter was in there rough and rugged with him, turning him on the ropes. And it was a great fight. 11th round, Spence Jr. caught him with a left hook. Made him drop his glove to the ground. That was a knockdown. And then from there, it was a split decision. Errol Spence ended up taking that, and he is unified champ now. It was a great fight, instant classic, legendary fight. Everybody's been talking about it. It was a great fight. It looks like, well, first off, Danny Garcia, he hopped in the ring. Like Spence Jr. says, the tables have turned. So now Garcia's jumping in there, wanting a shot at the pay-per-view fights and, a chance to get in front of the spotlight like that. So we'll see how that goes. But this fight, the Spence Jr. and Porter, sold over 350,000 pay-per-view fights buys, which is amazing. That was great, and that's even more than the Spence Jr. and Garcia, which was around 300,000, I believe. So it was a step up, and he did that with another fighter. So that's showing that he has the interest of the fans, and with the promotion with Fox and the Cowboys and SMU and all that. Hey, he's a rising star, a pay-per-view star right now. So this is awesome. We're gonna see how far he can take this, and I'm sure they're trying to maximize his potential and his growing star power, which is awesome. He's from Dallas, DeSoto, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. Much respect to him for unifying. So it'll be interesting to see who he chooses next. He sent out a message to Porter saying, let's run it back. Let's do it again. Everybody's chattering and saying all this and that. Let's run it back. And Porter responded, let's do it. I'm a machine, and so on and so forth. So we'll see if they run that back or if he picks Danny Garcia, Manny Pacquiao, if that happens, or Bud Crawford. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that'll be down the line. Everybody's like, saying that Spence is ducking them. They want to see that right now. But, it's timing, and you got to handle business. They're a brand first, so they got to handle their business. He has in-house fights. So right now, when he's the pay-per-view star, he's bringing in buys. So any fight that he does with a top welterweight is going to be on pay-per-view. So you got to maximize that potential and grow that star power. And he has in-house fights. Garcia, Thurman, when he comes back from the surgery on his hand, possibly Pacquiao, Porter again. So, it's a lot of good fights out there in the welterweight. A lot of people are, saying they want this and that. And, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I think they're doing the right thing by you know, branding him out, getting his business right with the in-house fighters, and then we'll do that on the outside. It's not really their fault that Crawford, that, you know, Top Rank is not promoting him the way that they should. I believe that he's a bigger star and has that bigger star power than Fury or Lomachenko because of his talent and the way he's getting guys out of the ring and his skill set. I mean, he's a great fighter, and I'm rooting for him as well. And I believe that, you know, he should get out of Dodge if he gets the chance, go somewhere else where he's appreciated, and he should be top priority. Because right now I think he's pound for pound, and he should be top priority. And with that, that would get a bigger draw and, you know, a bigger viewership and everything for the Spence Jr. and Crawford when they cross paths. And I think that will happen within 2 years. But there's business still to be handled in the welterweight division. It's a lot of dudes, a lot of firepower, a lot of great fights. So fans, we should all be happy about that. It'll happen, I believe, in the future. But right now, it's a lot of good fights out there. I think Crawford or Porter, them two fighting, that would be a great one. Crawford, Garcia. You know, there's so many good fights. And we should do a tournament style where they all meet up at the top. The winner, the two best welterweights meet up at the end. And undisputed. Make it undisputed, just like that. But there's also rumors going on that Pacquiao and Mayweather, you know, that they're negotiating in serious negotiations about doing the part 2. I think, you know, that's past. You know, it's time for this new generation to take over because they're doing great fights. They're in there really banging and so on and so forth. So I would rather see these young bucks, you know, get a chance at Manny. And if he's not trying to do that, I think he needs to relinquish the belt, vacate that belt, so we can get an undisputed in the welterweight because it's so close. It's a couple of big fights that need to happen, and it's going down. So that's how it should be, and really in every division. Look at the heavyweight, which is awesome. That's another division that's on fire. You got you got Wilder and Ortiz 2 coming up. Joshua Ruiz, that's coming up, part 2. So, you know, undisputed. That's what it's all about. Not belts here, belts over there, a divide, you know, because of the networks, the companies. Let's get it popping, man. The best fighting the best, and the right timing as well. You know what I'm saying? I understand it is a business. They are a brand, but that's what it's all about. So I'll get back with you guys. New fight coming up this week. You got the Triple G and Derevyanchenko. So Monday I'll give you guys a rundown of how that went. Got some other fights going on. But boxing is on fire. It's great right now. Everybody should tune in, buy the pay-per-views, the DAZN, the ESPN. Get in there and catch these fights because right now, you know, it's really on the rise. It's on the incline. It's really popping right now. So this is the Boxing Bell. Remember, the combo for the day is jab, cross, left hook high, right hook low. Jab, cross, left hook high, right hook low. Just like that. We'll get back at y'all next time. Peace.